Hey guys, Dylan with the Random Firearm, and guns are cool, but today, so are knives. Now when I was younger, I used to collect knives simply because, well, I was too young to collect firearms. So I amassed a bit of a knife collection. Now this is one of my older knives. It's a no-name brand hunting knife. It's nothing special. It's somewhat sharp, but I realized, you know, the thing about knives are, use them, they get dull. So I started looking online for knife sharpeners, and I came across a website called sharpensbest.com. Now, sharpensbest.com has a bunch of different knife sharpeners, but what really caught me was their YouTube channel. Their YouTube channel has over 30,000 subscribers, and their videos have literally millions of views. So I reached out to this company. I said, what makes your knife sharpener so awesome? Like, I gotta check this out. So they hooked me up with a bunch of different knife sharpeners, including this little guy called the poker chip. Now, this is one of their smaller ones, but they all have the same feature on the inside, a little piece of tungsten carbide. Now, it's supposed to never wear out, and it's supposed to never get dull and never break, so they have a lifetime warranty. I figured I gotta try this. Now, they wanted me to review this little guy, including torture test it, which we'll get to that later, but let's show how it actually works. So let's get a close-up of this knife. I'll show you how it sharpens now, sharpen it, and then what it's like later. So let's take a look. All right, so here's the knife before I sharpened it. Not too bad, but it could be better. So I'm gonna take the poker chip and begin sharpening the knife. All right, so here's the problem I ran into while filming this. When I was sharpening other knives before doing this video, I was sharpening some knives that were pretty dull, so they were coming out pretty sharp. Now this knife wasn't extremely dull, so when I was sharpening it, I made it duller. Now I thought back to one of the videos I watched from sharpensbest.com and realized that the gentleman in the video was saying he only used a few ounces of pressure.
Just like that. I don't press more than about 3 to 4 ounces of pressure.
Now I decided to leave this in here in the event you face the same issue and said, wow, this sharpener is a piece of crap. Well, it's not. So, after I finally figured out how to do it, nice light taps like this is what the knife was able to do. Now it's not perfect, and on their YouTube channel their knives are substantially sharper, but this was just after a minute or so of doing this. I didn't get too carried away, it was just a quick sharpen just to see what this knife could do in a quick session. And for just a little bit of time, after figuring out how to use it, I'd say it turned out pretty damn well. Alright, so it does take a little bit of practice with the Sharpens Best sharpener, but you can get your knife sharper. But this is going to go on your keychain. Right? So it's going to be bashed around, it's going to be left in the elements, it's going to be in your sweaty pocket, etc., etc. So let's get on to torture testing this. Now, if you've seen my torture test of a Sky CPX2, you know exactly what I did to it. I buried it for 2 weeks, used it as a hammer, bathed it in Coca-Cola, ran it over, etc., etc. So we're going to do the same thing with this, starting with burying it for 2 weeks. But also, at the request of Sharpens Best, we're going to shoot it, because they want to see if the tungsten carbide is going to break or not when it's hit by a bullet. So in the ground it goes, and we'll dig that up in 2 weeks. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you want to see more videos like this, head on over to therandomfirearm.com. Link in the description. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter as well for some exclusive content. For a full write-up of the review on Sharpens Best knife sharpeners, head on over to therandomfirearm.com. Link in the description. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next video. Oh, and by the way, on that next video, we're gonna dig up that knife sharpener and do all the rest of the torture test to it. So you don't wanna miss that. Thanks for watching, guys. Now I'll see you on the next video. Click.